High stakes at the lake. A dangerous standoff on the Pier. The tranquil beauty of the lake, nestled between towering mountains and shaded by tall pine trees, was a stark contrast to the intense standoff taking place on the pier. The wooden planks creaked underfoot as the air between the two women crackled with tension. A woman in a red tactical jacket, her face set in grim determination, held a gun steady at the woman standing before her. The latter, dressed in a yellow shirt and jeans, held a folder in her hands, her expression one of defiance rather than fear. Despite the gun pointed at her, she maintained a calm composure, her lips slightly curling into a faint, almost knowing smile. Behind them, a couple of police officers stood by a squad car, watching the scene unfold, their postures tense but prepared. The lake, usually a simpler piece, reflected the heightened emotions of the moment, its calm surface now disturbed by the turmoil brewing on the pier. The two women were locked in an unspoken battle, their past perhaps more connected than either was willing to admit. The woman with the gun was on edge, her eyes sharp and calculating as if every second could tip the scale between control and chaos. The woman in yellow remained unfazed, her gaze unwavering as she stared down the barrel of the gun. She had faced greater dangers in her life and wasn't going to break now. She knew this moment was pivotal, but she also knew it wasn't the end of the story. Her mind raced, calculating her options as she held the folder protectively in front of her, the contents of which seemed to hold some sort of unspoken power. Was it evidence? A final warning? Or a simple piece of paper that would change everything? The officers behind the gun-wielding woman exchanged nervous glances, unsure of how the situation would unfold. Would the confrontation turn violent, or was this simply a high-stakes negotiation? The air was thick with uncertainty as the woman in red took a deep breath, the tension in her shoulders evident. She knew that this standoff could end in many ways, each path fraught with consequences. But in this moment, at the edge of the lake, on this quiet pier, it felt like the whole world was watching, waiting for the final move.